What if I told you that one man changed the course of human history more than almost anyone else? A man whose name still inspires fear, power, and controversy, even after 8 centuries. He conquered more land than any ruler before or since. His armies reshaped nations. His legacy is both admired and hated. Was he a ruthless monster soaked in blood, or a visionary leader who built the largest empire the world had ever seen? This is the story of Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan was born around the year 1162 with the name Temujin on the harsh Mongolian steppe. His early life was brutal and unforgiving. After his father was poisoned by a rival clan, Temujin and his family were abandoned by their own people and left to starve. They lived as outcasts, struggling to survive in one of the world's most unforgiving environments. At one point, Temujin was captured and enslaved by enemies, but hardship shaped him. Instead of valuing noble bloodlines, Temujin believed in loyalty, strength, and intelligence. He rewarded people based on ability, not family name. By his 20s, he began uniting the scattered Mongol tribes, not through tradition, but through trust, discipline, and leadership. In the year 1206, Temujin was declared Genghis Khan, meaning universal ruler. The rise of an empire had begun. What followed was warfare on a scale the world had never seen before. Genghis Khan's armies swept across vast territories, including China, Central Asia, Persia, and parts of Eastern Europe. Cities that resisted Mongol rule were often completely destroyed. Historical records describe mass killings, psychological terror, and scorched earth tactics. Entire populations were sometimes wiped out to prevent rebellion. Why such extreme brutality? Fear was a weapon. If one city resisted and was annihilated, the next city often surrendered without a fight. This saved Mongol lives and allowed the empire to expand rapidly. The strategy worked. By the time of Genghis Khan's death, the Mongol Empire covered more than 20% of the Earth's land surface, making it the largest contiguous empire in history. To many, he was history's greatest monster. But the story does not end with bloodshed. Once territories were conquered, Genghis Khan ruled in a very different way. He introduced laws that promoted order and stability. He banned torture and protected messengers, merchants, and civilians. Religious freedom was guaranteed. Muslims, Christians, Buddhists, and others were all allowed to practice their beliefs freely. Trade flourished under Mongol rule. The Silk Road became safer than ever before, connecting the East and the West and allowing ideas, goods, and cultures to flow across continents. Genghis Khan promoted talent over nobility. Generals, officials, and advisors were chosen based on skill and loyalty, not social class. In many ways, his empire laid early foundations for globalization. To his people, he was not a monster. He was a nation builder. So, was Genghis Khan a hero or a monster? He caused immense destruction and the loss of millions of lives. That cannot be denied. But he also unified tribes, reformed governance, expanded trade, and reshaped the world order. Today, millions of people are believed to be his descendants. In Mongolia, he is remembered not as a tyrant, but as a national hero. Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between. Genghis Khan was not simply a villain or a savior. He was a force of history. And history, like power, is never clean.